highest temperatures I've seen in a week, 19 degrees, but it's windy as crap today. I haven't slept either today, so that's fun. I tried. I spent like 4 hours editing one of my previous videos. I'm not sure which one. It was part one of the 4,200 mile week thing, and I'm still in that. So it was, yeah, okay. So yeah, I spent like 4 hours editing part one to this video. And then I was getting towards the end of watching Game of Thrones for the first time, because I'm kind of an old fogey. Like, I never watch anything like when it's popular. For one thing, I don't like waiting. Like, if a show is just coming out, like, I don't want to, like, I'll wait until the series is done before I start the series. And I'm pretty good at it. I don't listen to a lot of like media and stuff, so like, I'm pretty good at avoiding like spoilers or whatever, and I really don't care if I get something spoiled here and there. But yeah, so that tangent. Okay, so I spent like 4 hours editing part one, and then I was gonna watch the last couple episodes I had left of Game of Thrones. Kind of a lackluster ending to that whole series, but then I tried to go to bed. I had like 6 hours before the end of my break. And then the last 3 hours I've spent debating whether or not I should just wait to go in the morning or go now. And then I finally come to the conclusion that if by the time I get to Lamar's I'm too tired to continue, that's not going to be the end of the world. I can take my break at Lamar's, leave out late tonight, and still make it to Madison by 10 a.m. tomorrow morning. So I can pretty much always do a 5-hour drive. I know that seems like a lot to people that don't drive for a living, but a quick 5-hour day is nothing. Even after being up for 24 hours, like 5 hours is fine. I can, and I feel fine. And if I was like, I definitely wouldn't. But when I'm like slightly tired, I just get chatting, as you can tell by the several minute clip discussing on why I'm driving. Well, you learn something every day. Apparently, Alliance, Nebraska is a mountain time. I just gave my wife a call thinking it was almost 11, and it was actually almost midnight there. She was just dozing off. Sorry, I didn't mean it. I had no idea I was in mountain time, because I wasn't really paying that much attention to the appointment time, because it was like between 7 a.m. and 4 in the afternoon. So I just got there as early as I could and got it loaded, and I wasn't thinking about the time at all. I'm having to make the executive decision here. With this empty box and this wind, it's getting a little too dicey for me. I'm shut down to about 40 right now, just to keep it in my lane. So 15 miles up the road, I'll make it up to Amesworth. I believe that's close enough. I mean, I'm 590 from Madison. And I'm going right through the same region there. I got to come up to Lamar's, but actually, I mean, it is what it is. I'm not pushing through this stuff. shows the wind's going to die down sometime this afternoon, and I go pick this thing up sometime tomorrow evening. If I leave here tomorrow evening, go pick it up, I should still be able to make it to Madison on time. So. Just wasn't in the cards today. We saw how it went, and it didn't go well. Well, I was more tired than I thought I was when I shut down because of the wind. So I made it to like 5 o'clock this morning before I fell asleep. But I can't leave until I get at least 8 tonight. Because that would give me a 14-hour shift to make the delivery on time. If I leave too early, I mean, I'll just have to find somewhere to park for another 2 hours somewhere else down the road. Because there's no parking or anything at the receiver. So I have to try to be there close to the appointment time, somewhere around 9. But about an hour ago, Amesworth, Nebraska. Ow. Just when I think my neck is finally getting better, I wake up and I can't turn my head. That's it. Not great. I don't know, maybe I do kind of expect to get treated at least like a valued customer when you go into places, because okay, let me tell you the experience. Like, I'm not pissed off, it's just like I'm not gonna make an attempt to stop here again, you know what I mean? Like, they didn't do anything specifically wrong to me, like they didn't treat me like crap, they just didn't treat me at all like a customer. So I came in to people staring at you, right? Like, you're not supposed to be here, we don't know you. That's the vibe I got from everybody. Like, I didn't get a hello, I didn't get a how are you, just eyeballs, which is already annoying. So I walk back to get my drinks and stuff, and I walk up, there's a hot box with a bunch of food in it, and I go to look at it, and there's times on all of them. It is, what time is it? It's 3:55. All the food in that hot box had 9 a.m. on it. 9:15 at the latest. So it's been there 9, 10, 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 7 hours. That food had been sitting in a hot box. First of all, they're still acting like they're going to sell it, which is disgusting. Like, you can't serve that food. None of that's going to be any good. But they're still selling it. So I was like, can I get anything fresh made, or just... That was a response. Can I get you something fresh made? Okay. So I went over to the Subway next door. It's like, fine. You don't want to treat a person like a customer. I was like, if the answer was no, that's fine. But say no. Sorry, no thank you. We can't. The grill's closed, whatever. Don't just shake your head at me. Unreal. Freaking drifts were thick. have 7 hours and 2 minutes on my drive time because it took an hour and a half longer to get here than it should have because of all the big snow drifts. It was an hour, but whatever. And it's a 6 hour and 45 minute drive on a good day. So I'm gonna send them a message saying I'm gonna try to make it there, but if 20 through Iowa is as bad as 20 through Nebraska was, there's no chance I'm making it there today. Dry load. Ooh, I don't think I've lowered my landing gear. My brain is not braining. That would have sucked. Oh, that would have sucked bad. I had already pulled forward a couple inches to release my. Thankfully, I always pull forward a couple inches before I dump my airbags. So the pin gets away from the fifth wheel release. I had to teach this dude that one day working with K&B. So he'd pull his fifth wheel and then drop his airbags and then try to pull away. And when he dropped his airbags, the truck would go down and kind of push into the, like that. And it would re-engage the fifth wheel and lock it in. He tried to pull away and he couldn't pull away. He was getting really frustrated. I was like, okay, lift up your airbags. He did. Pulled the pin. It's like, now pull forward just a little bit. It's like back when they had a clutch. It's like, just let your foot off the clutch just enough to roll forward a little bit, and then dump your airbags. And then when the airbags are low, you can pull out. He ignored me. Tried it his way several times after that, and finally listened to me, and it worked. I said, all right, maybe next time you'll listen to somebody that's telling you how to do something, then you're obviously failing. Oh, like I was saying, I didn't expect this to be on a dry van, but it is. I knew it was a dry load because it's ice cream cones, but so far I'd only taken dry vans for like Baumgars loads or the occasional random load down to. I think it's right there. Awesome. No, look at this. Oh, that's so close. Mine is 4374. That's 4375. Just releasing out parking space to Martin Bros now. They expanded the yard, which I'm glad they did. Got a lot more parking space here now. Like, at least twice as much. I'm asking the night shift's opinion. I don't know, maybe they got some road reports, but it only adds like 20 miles to go up to 90. If it's better, if the roads are better up that way, it might be worth adding that 20 miles. I just spent the last 5 minutes looking at the Iowa 511 website to look at the road conditions, and it honestly seems fine through Iowa. So unless they just don't update their 501 stuff, we'll see. But I'm gonna have to stop in probably Waterloo and grab some fuel. Try to make that as quick as possible, and then see what I can see. See, now I'm trying not to say it. See how it goes. But that is what we'll do. Hey, coming through. Yeah, I don't have time for that. Trains can last like 15 minutes here. I'll have to go off duty as soon as I stop. We're on duty, but not driving. made the call. It's not happening. There's zero shot of making it to Madison. I'm 377 miles out. I'm kind of going in between. Like, there's some stretches of road I can go a little faster on, but really only maintaining about 55, 60 because of the wind and the slick spots, and trying to kind of pay hyper attention to the road as far up ahead as I can see it. I just did the math. So to make it there on time, or make it there within my hours, at 380 miles, I'd have to maintain a 62 mile an hour average. Not happening. I gotta go through Dubuque, and I'm barely maintaining 60 mile an hour in most places. Some places drop it down to 50, 45, depending on how bad the roads are. So, just not gonna happen. I know I hadn't slept a lot in the last couple of days. I didn't realize just how behind I was until I realized how much I slept today. I probably was up until about 1 o'clock yesterday afternoon. And I fell asleep and I didn't wake up until about 5 o'clock the next morning. I can't pull up there with that truck sitting there. you kept telling me to do something I couldn't do. Alright, so I'm going to try to tell it with less F-bombs because I was irritated. So I pull up. First of all, this place is ridiculous. There's no reason there should be 53-foot tractor trailers pulling into this place. But I'm pulling up and there's literally nowhere to stop but on the street. This little Mexican guy comes across the street and he starts like waving me in, like to pull up next to this truck. Where that truck was parked, there was not enough room, and he just kept doing it. Like I didn't understand what he was saying. I'm like, do you not see the truck sitting there? So then he walks over here. He says, pull up. I was like, I can't do that. There's a truck in the way. It's like I would get halfway up and not be able to make it all the way in. He's like, well, chill out. What? What do you mean chill out? It's like, this is me chill, dude. You're sitting there telling me to do something that I can't do. He's like, oh, you're waving your hands. I was like, yeah, because you just kept waving me on like that was something I was going to do. You're an idiot. It's a stupid place to park anyway. I don't understand. They don't have a dock door. Let me say what happened here. So I lost the bill of lading for that freaking Baumgart's load. I don't know if I rolled the window down at some point and they got sucked out the window. But I tore this truck apart yesterday looking for it and I couldn't find it. So I told Jason about it this morning, my dispatcher, or yesterday morning. And he said he'd work on figured out what needs to be done, and then I never heard anything back from him. I didn't get a phone call back from him yesterday about the appointment, which is why I woke up a little late. But I called him this morning and he's like, oh, I forgot to ask. I'm like, great, because I have until noon to get it turned in so I can get paid for it. He's like, so I need to know what the process is here. So they're unloading it now, so anyway. Now I gotta back down this alleyway between cars and buildings and I'm not watching you, bud. Just get out of the way. You're not helping. Thank you, though. Appreciate it. I was back around there. understand why these guys, they think they're helping by standing in the back doing this. Like, just go away. You're distracting. You're not helping. You're not giving me any information. You're just standing there with your hands waving. Go away. It's future me because I don't take notes or write anything out that makes sure I get all the shots that I need. So I didn't explain that that was the end of the 4,200 mile week. Barely made it. I got all my bills turned in by 10 o'clock. My deadline was noon, but we got all 4,200 miles in one paycheck, which is a record for me. Also, since I'm adding a little tag to the end of this, I finally made it to a point on YouTube that I can actually make money off of it through memberships and live stream super chats and stuff. So in an effort to try to fund my hobby here, I'm going to have my wife set up a P.O. box, and we're gonna, when I get all that going, we'll put let you guys know the P.O. box, and you can send me stuff, send me stickers or something I can stick on my fridge, or just a letter that says hi. And then when I come home, the wife and I will do a live stream, sit down, have a chat, hang out. And the members side, if you want to be a member, you'd help support the channel so it can grow and I can get better equipment. And what I plan to do on the members side is like almost daily updates about where I'm at. So like if you want to be a member, you can kind of keep track of where I'm at and what I'm doing and talk more frequently that way. Nothing will change with the regular content. I'll make the normal videos, but in between that, for members, I can do like updates and stuff like that. I'm a little tired, but I was a little excited about it. It's like a year and a half now I've been doing this, and it's kind of slow growth, but it's growing. And I'm finally to a point where I could see possibly making a little bit of money off of it someday. That'd be cool. At least enough to fund the hobby, so I'm not paying for stuff out of pocket, like for promotions and stuff. I'm gonna go to bed though. It's time for bed. Thanks for watching.